All right, today I'm going to walk you through how to properly set up your Google Business Profile step by step. Now, I'm not just going to talk to you about how to set it up. I'm also going to give you little tips and tricks along the way to help make certain that your Google Business Profile shows up more often so you can hopefully get more phone calls and more customers that are finding your Google Business Profile and then calling your business or getting directions to go to your business. To set up your Google Business Profile, you want to go to google.com/business. This is to set up a brand new profile. One thing you want to do before you set up a brand new profile, if you've been in business for a while, you want to make certain that Google hasn't already set up a profile for you. I know that sounds crazy, but if people have been going to your business and looking for directions to your business over time, Google will actually pre-populate a profile for you. So what you want to do is double check, just go to Google, put in your full business name, city, state. B&B, so it's not up here. However, if this was my business and it was in Canton, Georgia, oftentimes you'll see something like own this business. And if you see that, you want to click on it and claim that profile. Then you can walk through and set it up or optimize it the way that I'll show you in this video. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're setting up a brand new Google Business Profile, google.com/business, and then you're going to go to Start Now. By the way, my name is Jackie O'Quinn. I'm the owner of RealRapidReviews.com, and I'm going to walk you through and show you exactly how I would recommend that my clients set up their own business. My clients are typically established local service businesses, the roofer, the landscaper, the gutter installer, the garage door guy, those types of people. Click continue. Now, this is important. You can choose more than one of these, but you want to be accurate. Online retail, if people can actually put in credit card information and buy on your website, then you want to choose this. Not if they can just call for a free estimate or book a quote. If they can actually put in credit card information on your website and process a payment, you want to click online retail. If you have a physical location that people can come in, a lot of service businesses are going to also have this here as well. If you make visits to customers, if you go out there home to door repair, you want to choose both of these, local store and a service business in this case. And then click next. Business category. I think we did garage door. So let's see. Garage. They don't have installer up here. You've got these are preset categories. So I'm going to choose garage door supplier. Next. Street. This is the actual. You want to read this carefully because sometimes it will tell you it wants information for Google verification purposes, and other times it wants information that customers are going to see. So it says enter business address. Add a location where customers can visit your business in person. If I had chosen online retail, it would still ask me for the address, but it would tell me that that's for Google's purposes. Customers are not going to see that. I'm just making this up. Next. These are none of my businesses, so I would just come down here and say none of these. Next. What contact details do you want to show to customers? So this is going to be my phone number, website. You need to choose a phone number or website. I recommend both if you have them, but at least have a phone number. Text. This is important. Don't skip this. If you do receive text, if you have a business mobile line, I would put this up here. The more complete your profile is, it actually is an optimization strategy. So when you set up your Google Business Profile, there's two things to think about. First is you want the profile to show up for Google, but then you want it to be convincing enough that when a customer lands on the profile, it compels them to want to call and reach out. Having a text up here just gives a customer another way to reach out. It serves two purposes. It's more complete, so Google may recommend the profile. It's a conversion principle, meaning it's something that can convert a customer from being a viewer to someone who wants to contact you and reach out to you. So put that in there. Put your business on the map, start connecting with your customers across Google, all in one place, get discovered, yada, yada, yada. Okay, I would uncheck these. Click continue. This is what makes Google so incredible. This is partly why Google is a trusted resource. Customers don't necessarily know this, but Google verifies businesses. So they'll probably want a business video. Read carefully what they're saying and don't overthink it. Show your location, equipment, proof of management. Your video is only used for verification and will not be shown publicly. So this is internal uses for Google. I have seen them mail things to a business. I have seen them request a video call. And again, if they request a video call, they just need to see you at the place of business. They want to see that there's signage, there's equipment there. They want to see that it's an actual business. One of my customers as a contractor, so they wanted them to video them unlocking the door of the business and walking in, going behind the counter and logging into the CRM or the point of sale terminal or some sort of software like that. I'm going to say verify later. What you're going to see next is your business hours. In here, you want to put in your business hours. Here we filled in all the hours. Now, I'm going to give you a bit of a tip. Google will favor, there's several things they look at. They look at proximity, they look at business name, there's several things they look at. They also look at open hours. If I search for your business near me, let's say the garage door business, garage door installation near me or garage door repair near me. Typically, the garage door businesses that are closest are going to have priority, that have a good active Google business profile. Those are the things that are going to show up first. However, there's also priority given to time. So if it's 4:30 and another competitor, even a larger competitor, is nearby, but they close at 4 o'clock, then my business may show up above that competitor because I'm still open. So open hours matters. There's a way to be able to help your business out ethically. If you know you're open at 5, but you'll still answer the phones till 7, particularly if you're a small business, you can add hours. So I would come and I would actually change this to 7 p.m. I would come down and change each one of these to 7 p.m. Why? It gives you a little bit of advantage. If you know that you're a local service business, but your techs, for whatever reason, don't leave the office till 8 a.m., but you know you're in the office, someone is available to pick up the phone at 6:30, then consider setting it to 6:30 or even 7 a.m., for example. It's going to give you that little bit of advantage. However, resist the urge to do this. This is a common thing right now, and Google will catch on to this eventually. Do not say you're open 24 hours, 24 hours, 24 hours. If you're like a plumbing guy or even a garage door guy, and you have someone on call 24 hours, I would say that's acceptable if someone is literally on call 24 hours. But do not put your Google business profile at risk for doing anything shady. It is such a valuable asset, and people sometimes try to game the system. And there's a lot of marketing agencies telling their clients to do this. It is not worth the risk. Again, if you really are open 24 hours or you have someone on call, do it. If not, then it's okay if you add an hour or two, as long as someone's willing to answer the phone. Here's the other thing. If I go to a landscaper and he says, like if you saw a landscaper and they said they were open 24 hours, you would not expect that. And as a customer, someone doing search, you're like, they're not really open 24 hours. I don't believe that. If the customer doesn't believe it, then it sort of hurts the conversion. Okay, I've not seen anyone online explain what I just explained to you, so just be mindful of that. Okay, you click next, you can add business description. Here, what I would do is I would come to ChatGTP. I would say, give me a Google business profile description for my, say, name of business, Jackie's Garage Door Installation, and we service Canton, Georgia. Make sure it is optimized for Google business profile and under 750 characters because that is the limit. All right, here we got Jackie's Garage Door Installation. Proudly services Canton, Georgia, and surrounding North Georgia communities with reliable garage door installation, repair, replacement services. We specialize in new garage doors. This is pretty good. And then, there you go. Click next. I will tell you for my clients, so I have a piece of software that basically lets me look at how the current profiles are written for the top 1%. It changes from time to time what Google's looking for, so we adapt it in real time for our clients. But this, you're going to be close. You're going to be beating out 90% of people if you do this. Okay, add a storefront photo. If you have that, I highly recommend it. We're going to skip it for now. Add photos of your business. If you have before and after photos of your products, your services, your store, your storefront, your vehicles, your vehicle wrap, add those photos. I highly, highly recommend it. This is one of those things that makes your business profile feel more complete next to your competitors. These are things that other people will not do. It's not that difficult to do. I would absolutely at least put up 2 or 3 images at the very, very least. I'm going to skip it for now. Get a custom domain. You can skip this altogether. This is not necessary. Skip. Okay. Edit your profile to be visible once you're verified. Click continue. Once you come here, what you're going to want to do is edit services. Sometimes Google takes you, it varies from person to person. Sometimes Google will take you through editing your services before it brings you back to this page. Just so you know, Google changes constantly. And I may need to remake this video in the future. But if you get to this page, come back and go to edit services. And you want to come down and put garage door supplier, add services you offer, get discovered by customers. So these are things that Google says you probably do. Do I do this? If I do, add it. I probably do this, add it. Garage door design, we might not do that, or if we do, we'll add it. Add services and come up with other services that you can think of, and then add as many as you can, as long as it's what you actually do that is part of your core business. Click save, save. Now add another business category. If I built garages, that would be one. So you get the idea here. Now, once you have this set up, this is important. About once a month, go back to google.com/business, and then you'll have the option to sign in. You want to go ahead and sign in. Once you sign in, make sure you sign in, look at your business metrics, your Google Business Profile metrics. On this tab here, once you're verified, you're going to see how many visits you have, what people have clicked on your Google Business Profile. You're going to see how many times people have clicked directions from the Google Business Profile to get to your place of business. You're going to also see things like how many calls, how many times have they clicked the phone number or the call button to call your business. Those are free phone calls. Like those are phenomenally important phone calls. A lot of my clients tell me that they get more business, better phone calls, higher quality phone calls coming from their Google Business Profile than they get even from referrals. Two things that you want to do once you have it set up properly. You have your name of your business up. You have your services properly listed. All your information is listed. Once it's set up properly and once it's verified, you want to make certain that you are making a post on your Google Business Profile page about at minimum once a week. With our clients, we actually make posts between 2 to 5 times a week for them, just based on looking at what the algorithm is currently telling us to do based on the top performing Google Business Profiles. We do that for them. But you want to have yourself or an employee or someone who can put up an image. You always want an image and a post. It doesn't have to be long. It could be 3 to 5 sentences. For our clients, it's typically like a paragraph, probably 10 or 15 sentences. But that's when someone comes to your business, for example. Let's come over here to, when someone comes over here to a Google Business Profile and they click on it, you want them to not only see these posts, but you want them to see that things have been written. See, these guys are not updating their profile very often. I promise you, someone else can beat them just by putting up a post once a week. They did something September 22nd and January 25th. At minimum, this is the minimum you want to do. But I would recommend that you set it up about once a week to show Google that the profile is active. The other thing that you want to do if you're trying to optimize it. Now, if it's listed, understand that some customers are still going to call you if they're close enough to your business when they do search. The reason you optimize your profile is to try to get that reached further and further out. One of the clients I work with, which actually is a garage door company, we have their profile showing up for almost 30 something miles away from their business. Their profile was showing up in the top 3. They're getting like 50 something phone calls a month just coming from their Google Business Profile. The other thing that you want to do to show Google that the profile is active is make certain that you're getting real customer reviews. This company looks like they're doing a pretty good job here. Let's see how often they're getting reviews. Let's go to reviews. Newest 4 days ago, a week ago. So they're doing a good job. 3 weeks ago. This is good. I will tell you also, Google likes to see high ratings, but what's more important to them is review recency, regular reviews over time. Again, we're talking about optimizing the profile, not just getting it listed. You want to have a process in place to be able to get more reviews and consistent reviews. And also, remember earlier I said it's important that you understand how to get your profile to show up, and then it's also important how to get customers to call your profile, to come over here and click call. A lot of people, the first thing they do is when they scroll down, after they see pictures, they scroll down and they look at the reviews. Most business owners think they need a 5.0. Studies show that consumers prefer a 4.7 or 4.8. Why? Because it looks believable. If this guy had 458 reviews and all of them were 5-star, it would not look very believable to us, even though that does happen on a rare occasion. The other thing is you want to make certain that they're not fake reviews, that they're real reviews. They look like real people. They're not some sort of bot reviews. The business hasn't bought fake reviews. Consumers can tell that kind of stuff. And Google can as well. They're shutting down business accounts. It's not worth putting your account at risk. If you're a local service business and you want to see the exact workflow that we use to help our customers get 1 in 3 to 1 in 5 of their real customers to be able to leave them a Google review, check the video on the end screen. I'm going to record that next, and once I get it recorded, I'll put it on the end screen.